that when you leave the path of working legally and so forth, you open yourself to a lot of problems. So therefore, look, someone sells drugs, yeah, because they believe that they're gonna make money quicker than everyone else, yeah. But they don't realize that just like how you've decided, yeah, to make money through the streets way, yeah, there's other people that have decided to do that as well. And one of those people are people that decide that choose to rob drug dealers. So now you've decided not to work because you believe it's easier and you're going to make money faster, yeah? So you've decided to, what is it? Sell drugs, yeah? Even though it mashes people up and, you mashes up families and people's sons and people's daughters and, a whole lot of stuff. But it doesn't matter, you're making your money. But also there's people who don't give a damn, yeah, who decided that I can't bother to even sell drugs. Not only am I not going to work, yeah, I can't bother to sell drugs, yeah. So all I'm gonna do as my job, as my street or roadman job, is I'm gonna rob drug dealers. And then you've got people, who so what they do is they wait for the people to buy the drugs, sell the drugs, yeah, and so forth. And when the person's finished selling the drugs, yeah, and got money, made money from it and so forth, they rob them. So they just cut out all the work and just say, okay, I'm gonna go rob drug dealers. These people that rob drug dealers, obviously, have weapons, ain't it? Most of the time, they've got a gun or they've got a couple knives or whatever, so forth. So imagine now, you thought that I'm gonna make money quick, yeah, by selling drugs because I can't bother to work. But then there's someone else out there that just thinks I'm gonna make money quick, yeah, and I'm not gonna sell drugs. All I'm gonna do is the people that do sell drugs, I'm going to rob them. Yeah, and I'm going to, take their money. So imagine someone's career, yeah, you thought you were smart, yeah, but someone who thinks they're smarter than you thinks, well, yeah, you do the hard work and you sell the drugs, yeah, and then I'm gonna rob you. And that's someone's career option. I rob drug dealers. I can't bother to sell the drugs. So just like you decided, like, you can't bother to do a 9 to 5 because that's too long and I'm gonna sell drugs. Yeah. This person thought, well, I can't bother to sell drugs. Yeah. I can't bother to work or sell drugs. So I'm just gonna rob the people that sell drugs. So basically there's someone's job out there, someone's job description to hurt you and make you a victim. They wake up every morning thinking, I'm going to rob a drug dealer today. They intentionally wake up in the morning and think, today I'm going to rob drug dealers and take what as much stuff as they got, as much drugs as they got, as much money as they got, whatever material things they got. And I'm going to intentionally go there with weapons. And if they don't give it to me, if they do not give me these drugs, I'm going to physically hurt or maim them, maybe even handicap them. Can you imagine that? You're in a field. You think I can't bother to work. I can't bother to work because it's too long. Yeah. So I'm gonna sell drugs. Yeah. So you're thinking that. Yeah. You're thinking you've got one up in society. I can't bother with this the way society set up and stuff. I'm just gonna sell drugs. If people get hooked, they get hooked. I know that most of the drugs that I sell, the pull in the draw they have on people is this high, and the people's willpower to get off these drugs is this high and tough. Once they get stuck, they get stuck. And I hope they remain addicts and fiends and always have to come to me for drugs. So you didn't give a damn. You didn't give a damn about the people you're hurting. You didn't give a damn that it's affecting other people. You just don't care. YOLO, you only live once, yeah? Okay, this drug dealer, he too had a street mentality. He said, I can't bother to work the 9 to 5, and I can't be bothered to sell drugs either. So I'm just gonna rob drug dealers. That's it. That's how my life is gonna be so easy. It's the dangerous job, but I've got a gun, I've got knives, yeah, and I'm not afraid to put you in the ground, yeah, and kill you because I can't bother to work. So, if you give me any kickback, you give me any fight, you give me any disagreement, then I will waste you. I will stab, I will either shoot you and remove you from this earth, or I will stab the hell out of you and so forth. And I'm willing to do this on a daily basis, you know? So the thing is this is that when you think you're jumping out of one trap by working from 9 to 5 or being a tradesman or setting up your own business or whatever and so forth, when you think you've jumped out of one set of problems, yeah, and made your life more convenient, you don't realize that you've just opened a world to bigger problems. Because yeah, the work in the normal 9 to 5 or the tradesman or this, that, and the other, just like anything, he's gonna have things you don't want to do in it, yeah. But at least you get to keep your life. At least you get to keep your life. At least you don't have to live in fear. At least you're not always looking over your back. But this way you done, yeah, you might make some money. You may be able to work. You may be able to not have to get up early in the morning or whatever, this, that, and so forth. But you may get shot in the head. You may get shot in the chest. You may get handicapped. You may get stabbed in the throat. You know? So the whole point I'm trying to make here is that, you know, the grass isn't green on the other side. It seems like it is, but it isn't. At least you get to keep your life, you know? And the reality is, like I said, most tradesmen, plumbers, electricians, and scaffolders, they make more money than the average guy on the ends who's selling drugs. Because to be honest, the average guy on the ends who's selling drugs is not selling it like a business. One, they smoke most of their drugs. Yeah. Two, they wake up bloody like after 12 o'clock, by the zoo, watch whatever's on TV and this that. Like the day is not set up like it's a working business, like a working business or, you know, running a business. And I'm not saying they should. I don't believe. You know, I'm Muslim. I don't smoke drugs no more, and I don't believe it should be sold. But the point I'm trying to say, even based on your logic, your methodology, the average person selling drugs is not making as much money as the average person, you know, who's a tradesman, whether it's a plumber, an electrician, or a scaffolder. Even though, I'll be honest, most of them not even making as much money as a person working in Tesco's or Sainsbury's, you know, because they're not consistent and they're not doing it like a job, yeah. And I'm not saying they should do it like a job, but you know, this myth that people who sell drugs, you know, and so forth, are really making a bunch of money. It's not. They're not. They're not. Yeah, like the reality is this. Yeah, I've lived in different council estates. I've grown up in Battersea, Surrey Lane Estate. Um, I've lived in different areas, whether it be Brixton or Wimbledon or different areas, different types of areas and so forth. Yeah, and I've known many people on different council estates. Yeah, and I can say this. Yeah, all of you that grew up on council estates. Yeah, or the ends. I say this. All of you that grew up on council estates or the ends. Yeah, who knew people that were selling drugs or doing crime. Yeah, how many people do you know that were selling drugs or doing crime? Yeah, they made enough money, yeah, to buy a house outside of the ends, yeah. They moved out of the ends, yeah. They never went jail, yeah. They never went jail. They they were able in that new house that they had outside of the ends, yeah, to pay the bills, the light bills, the gas bills, the electricity and everything, this, that, and the other, and so forth, yeah, for decades, yeah, for like 10 years, 20 years, and they died a natural death without going jail once or twice or many times, yeah, or you know, uh, what is it? Having beef with other people in the who they were selling drugs in competition with, or robbing places or whatever and so forth, or and so forth. Where like you've met you like you it's very rare, yeah, you'll find someone that got out the ends, yeah, had made enough money, yeah, to buy a house out of the ends, yeah, live in that house, yeah, without ever going jail, one time, two times, or many times, yeah. So they sell drugs, or they were robbing people and stuff. They got out the ends, they made enough money to get out the ends and buy a house, yeah. Not only buy that house, yeah, but also pay the bills, pay the water bills, the electricity bills, the tax, yeah, everything, yeah. Lived out in that area, that nice area for, what is it, for 10 years, 20 years, until old age, yeah, and they died a natural death. Yeah. They never went jail, they never had beef with other people, selling drugs, or other gangs when they were doing their crime and stuff like that. They actually made enough money, yeah, to get out, yeah, and live their life, yeah, selling their drugs or doing whatever without going to jail, without getting like 10 years in jail, or 15 years in jail, or 5 years in jail, or 25 years in jail, and they just lived a peaceful life. Nobody does it, yeah. And the thing is this, yeah. The thing is this: most people that are doing stuff on road, yeah, doing like crimes on road, they're only making enough. They're making enough money to buy clothes, trainers, yeah, and fat rides, and maybe expensive watch, yeah, and where is it? Maybe some jewelry, but no one's really making enough money to get a house outside of the ends. That's Walt Disney stuff. That's music video stuff. The vast majority of people that are buying, yeah, that are doing moves on road or in the end, yeah, or from a council estate and so forth, are just buying things to look good, in a rave, or to get luxury designer brands. That's it, clothing, and maybe a nice car, and maybe some jewelry, or maybe a nice watch, of this, that, and the other, and so forth. They're not doing enough moves, yeah, to buy a house, yeah, to making hundreds of grands to buy a house outside of the ends or whatever, and to live out there permanently, So people just need to be honest and stop lying to themselves and so forth. The vast majority of people, roadman, yeah, are not making money compared to the people who have trades, and businesses and so forth. And even compared to some people that are working most retail jobs, would be Tesco, Sainsbury's, Boots, or JD, and so forth. The fact that a person that's working in JD, Foot Locker, or Tesco's, or Sainsbury's, or Boots is waking up at 9 o'clock in the morning and going out to work and coming back, finishing around 5 or 6 or 7 or 8, whatever it is, and so forth, and they're consistently doing it, yeah. Where that roadman is in bed until, after 12 or 1 o'clock, or wakes up at 3 o'clock, or wherever it is, because like just their lifestyle, yeah. Not even to say that weed also demotivates you and turns you into a bum, yeah. The fact is that most people that are working because they have a schedule, because they have consistency, and they have a planned shift, and so forth, they're making more money, yeah, than people that are doing selling drugs and stuff, and all doing living a harm lifestyle and stuff, But anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Cool. Take care.